The idea of celestial navigation on a globe, which I understand you disagree with, doesn't use right triangles.
What the hell did you just say?
The idea of celestial navigation on a globe, which I understand you disagree with, doesn't use right triangles.
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
Okay, so you also mentioned celestial navigation. Do you know what an elevation angle is?
Yeah, it's how high above 90 degrees a star appears, like the angular elevation.
So 90 degrees would be the zenith, and 90 along a baseline to your position, correct?
Yeah.
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
90 degrees from that position on the Earth to the star is straight up. That's 90 degrees, yes. The idea of celestial navigation on a globe doesn't use right triangles. The position directly under the star is 90 degrees.
Retard!
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
90 degrees, that's 90 degrees, yes. 90 degrees doesn't use right triangles. 90 degrees, that's 90 degrees.
Thank you.
The baseline we will be travelling along and are navigating is functionally and mathematically flat, isn't it, Matthew?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
Earth, that would be the Earth. That would be the Earth that we will be navigating is flat, isn't it, Matthew?
Yeah, we're navigating on the Earth, and functionally it's flat, and we navigate along a flat map, of course.
Welcome to Flat Earth, Matthew. That's correct. From a university-grade mathematician, for all of you ladies and gentlemen, that will be trimmed out and posted everywhere. That's a university-grade mathematician telling you, the audience, that Earth is functionally measured and navigated flat. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Of course, that's why all maps are flat.
And we're off. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Adam, get stuffed! Head on over to Discord. I think the beautiful Betty Van Velsen is in there. Let's check this out. Betty!
Hey, you had yourself on mute while you get stuffed, Adam?
No, I was on mute.
Oh, I was, weren't I?
Adam was on mute.
Huh. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
I don't know, is it fair to mute someone and then call them names?
I didn't call him any names. I told him to get
No,
stuffed.
I know.
I only consider that a term of endearment. It warms my heart.
I think so too, yeah.
You did the same thing earlier, and he couldn't talk, and you told him to get stuffed.
I didn't know that he couldn't talk.
That's besides the point.
You knew that he couldn't talk. I didn't.
I was acquitted. I was acquitted of those charges.
Oh, you say that all the time. So what's the topic of today?
Light!
Ugh.
This is Adam's favorite.
He doesn't like the numbers, John.
No, he likes the numbers. He got a little different take on it. He's just a numpty with this. He just
told
won't let
me
it
that he
go.
didn't like the numbers.
He's got a little different slant on the topic. I think mine is best.
Slant? There's no slant on a globe.
It's straight and level flight. It's not slanted.
I'm the one that's sloping dopes.
Hmm.
I'd say this is one of my favorite ones, but I say that about every single one. But this one is quite practical. If anyone's ever flown before, like on a commercial airliner, then this slam dunk. It's all over quickly. I use it all the time. I used it the other day.
This argument?
Yeah, because you'll eventually get some numpty dipshit to say, well, what about the flights from Santiago? You got a big problem before you get to Santiago, friend.
Santiago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Especially
San Diego.
not San Diego.
Santiago.
Santiago. That
Ego.
Santiago's one word.
Since when do you pronounce the A or the A? Weird. Go on.
Santiago is one word, whereas San Diego's two words.
You got me there.
And one's in Chile, and the other one is in California, where the red hot chili peppers are. But
Oh, so hot chili and cold chili, huh?
I don't know if they got cold chili in Santiago. I've never been there.
Oh, it's gonna be chili in Chile. Right?
I got a buddy headed out to Peru today. Machu Picchu is his mission.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought they closed that off.
Again?
I thought they closed that off.
Did they?
I don't know.
It'll
I
be.
thought.
I think it'll ruin his vacation if they did.
They might be on strike.
Well,
Those people-
keep a weathered eye out, because the last time he took a vacation, it was on Maui, and it was
Exactly.
He flew out. He could see the smoke.
Huh?
Yeah, the fires had already started. No one was at the airport just yet. He was leaving that day, and while I seen the pictures in flight when he took off. There's fires everywhere. He left.
Was he in Lahaina?
Say again?
Was he in Lahaina?
Yes.
Wow. He
So-
flew the coop, so to speak.
Say again?
He flew the coop.
He did fly the coop.
Yeah. Well, because that would have been bad if he was there still.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. Keep a weathered eye out for anything happening in Peru
Mm.
over
Absolutely.
the next week.
Mm. Well, Machu Picchu, I always wanted to see that, but it's quite a hike to get there, I think.
He's a younger man, so I don't think he'll have a problem. Don't they
Oh,
have
yeah.
Don't they have like escalators or something to get there?
No, not the last bit, I think. Did you think that there are escalators everywhere, right?
No, not
Like in
really.
America.
I'm saying some
And everybody
reasonable.
speaks your language in every
Holy
place.
shit!
Yeah, that shit, yeah.
No, I'm saying a reason, not escalator per se, but escalator in principle. You know, something, I don't know, tie a rope around. Here, tie this rope around your waist and we'll drag you up here.
Yeah, who does?
I don't know. I've never been to Machu Picchu. I don't know
Donkey?
I don't know their logistical capabilities down there.
Oh, God. You never investigated that?
No.
No. What else is your interest?
Girls?
Girls or pearls? What did you say?
Yes.
Both?
What?
Girls and pearls?
And
Or girls with pearls?
pearl. What? How did pearls get into this?
Because I misunderstood you, maybe. For girls and pearls.
Oh, you thought I said pearls?
Yeah.
No, I don't mind pearls. I never thought about it. Just ask me, and I'll let you know.
So,
Go ahead.
what did you think about, except for Machu Picchu?
Yeah, I don't know too much about Machu Picchu unless I've run. I probably ran across. I
Nobody
know
else does.
where. I know the name.
And
You
you
know.
have seen pictures, I suppose.
Is that where they had those runways or something on there? I don't know.
It's high up in the mountains. It's gorgeous looking.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of places like that, but this one has a little bit more than that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, they don't exactly know who really built those things, although they say the Inca.
Built what things? The mountain?
The buildings on Machu Picchu, mister.
There's buildings on Machu Picchu.
Yes.
These buildings, it's
It's
more
an
the
ancient city.
heritage, isn't it? That are the amazing thing. So sunlight hits a lot of the garden terraces that they've built. It'll cast shadows of certain creatures and that on the mountain. It's quite cool about. So the one terrace will cast I think it's a condor, an image of a condor as the sun passes over.
Let me put a
There's
picture.
dual sites there. You said who was it? There's the dual sites. There's the older megalithic blocks, and then on top there's the smaller
Exactly.
stuff that would be associated
How
with
you-
the Incas.
I got a
How you
picture
spell
for
this?
you.
How you spell
right
this
now.
monkey? Machu. There you go. I got half of it right. All right. Let's see.
Look at that. It is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know that there was like buildings there? You thought it was just like the Mount Everest? Nothing there?
I didn't know.
Huh.
I think I ran across this before, but it's not been, like top
On your
three
radar?
of my research studies in the past,
My
6
goodness,
months or so.
gracious.
All right, so let me pop it
Well,
up on here.
Really your whole life, I suppose.
Shut up. All right, Machu Picchu. There we go. That's quite gorgeous.
Yep. And it's quite a hike to get up there, you know? It's also very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
They got to have some. There's some way to get up there, though.
Yeah, and they can, but it is a trail and you have to hike up there, I suppose.
What is
Not
what
that
is
easy.
this?
Well,
I've seen.
your neighbor is probably going to tell all about it with
Where-
pictures.
Isn't this some type of friggin' like soccer field and they used to play this game and if you'd lose they'd cut your head off or something?
No,
Now that's Aztec.
Aztec.
This is set up something like that, isn't it?
Had a big rubber ball, didn't they? I know what you're on about. And it was like a game of death as well as it's like hardcore football.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is these people are walking up here. He better be in
Yeah,
shape.
Well, there might have been these technologies that they sort of shaped the whole mountain, and they lived there so that they wouldn't be conquered by other people. You know?
I guess this would be pretty darn awesome.
Yeah.
Did they do any like rappelling down off of this thing or something?
I wasn't alive at that time, John.
No, I'm saying. Oh God, yeah. I'm asking if back in the 500 BC did they rappel down this thing?
Yeah, like I said, also with the rubber ball, you don't know.
It looks like there's
People
something.
claim things to know things, but we don't know, right?
It's very narrow, windy paths carved up the cliff face, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Like bum nipping stuff. I'd hate it. I don't like heights. That'd scare the. I don't think I'd be able to get up there. I got halfway up the Eiffel Tower and shat it and had to come down. I don't think that'd be any good.
What the heck?
You
So
hate the French. What did you do on the Eiffel Tower? Did you want to sew it down or something? Did you want to conquer it so that you could plant your flag on top?
Well, no.
It
French
would
can
have been
keep
great if we
France.
said yes, by the way, but okay.
It's France, mate. They're welcome to it, the French.
No.
Did they get any snow up here?
Yeah, it's high up in the mountains.
So you're saying, yes, there's another mountain over here. It looks like it's higher.
Yeah, so they leveled that plain there. Don't think that might be just flattened all the way around.
Huh.
I mean, right?
Right? No, not right.
You need a plane to see it. Airplane.
Ah, we're not ready for that transition yet.
Oh, when will you ever be?
When will I ever? Sometime in the near future. Sometime in the next 30 minutes. How about that?
Yeah, when the transition is bad.
Well, this is pretty awesome then. Yeah, see, these mountains up here are definitely higher.
Mm. Yep.
Why didn't they build it up there then?
Because this is
Right.
larger.
It's not the only place up there. There's the cloud city. There are other places on other peaks, but that's kind of the most hidden and remote, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the lighting is like great there.
The lighting is great. Why does the sun shine better here?
The light, it's sort of mystifying. Look at the mountains behind it and the glow and all of that. I mean, it's nice.
The glow.
Yeah, you have a wrong picture there, but I'm looking.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Look at the staircases. Staircases? Wow. Yeah. So now you know why your neighbor wants to go there, right?
Yeah, he said that he's gonna take it off his bucket list.
Yeah, exactly. And you thought, like, you shrugged your shoulder like another fool going to climb a mountain. Huh?
No, I thought it was awesome, right? Because he's been traveling a lot. He's been to Greece, and then Maui, now Machu Picchu, and then next year he got divorced, so he's how would you say, spreading his wings.
I thought he was dying because he's getting rid of his bucket list already.
Nah, he's not dying just yet. And then next year, I asked him, I said, so what's on the itinerary for next year? And he said Austria and Switzerland.
Okay. He likes mountains, I suppose.
It appears that way. This is pretty cool. So do people actually, is this just a tourist attraction, or do people actually live up here?
No, nobody lives there anymore.
Okay.
You can see that, right? But they do maintain it, I think.
I'm sure a couple people live there, you know.
I don't know.
But I was asking more for, you know, like a population, not like, you know.
The population is gone.
Yeah.
I think,
Just sent you.
The Spanish.
You don't need to send me anything. I just put all those pictures up. I think everyone's got the idea.
Oh, but what about how the shadows cast images of animals?
All right. Where'd you send it?
I tried to post it in here, but Righteous, I've got no permissions in here at all.
Oh, sorry.
The power. So it's in Skype.
Did you send it in
I'm
Skype?
glad I'm not responsible for that.
That was pretty telling there, Betty. Your little snicker.
The thing is, I'm not responsible for the server no more, and I don't have to solve that.
Wait, what permissions did he want?
He wanted to post something.
Say I wanted anything. Righteous. Thank you very much.
All right. Got the picture up.
Look at that staircase, man! Wow.
All right.
If you look on the far mountain, and you see the shape of a bird. As
Where?
it comes off.
Over here to the far left?
See the dark bit?
Here?
Yeah, that's the condor, as far as I'm aware.
Do you see where my mouse is just yet?
I don't
So-
see you at all.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that bit. Yeah, look, see?
Okay, you're
the
saying
shape.
this over here looks like a condor?
And not that bit. Further down, the big bit that's kind of like, or a phoenix.
Right.
That's it.
Are you going down here?
Lower down to the dark bit.
There's the dark bit. Then I'm going down.
Right.
There's another little dark bit right there. And then what?
Oh, wait, I'm looking on YouTube. Sorry, so I'm a bit, oh no, I can't see on there anyway. If you can't, you see it?
No, I don't see shit.
Well,
Yeah,
open
there,
your eyes.
there, that's its wings. Oh, and they're in the
Open your
middle.
But
glasses.
you're
its head.
saying, hold on. You're saying right in here.
Are you sharing screen on here? Share screen in Discord, and then I can see
Oh,
what
for
you...
God's sake.
looking
1
at.
second, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you don't sharing screen, sir. Sorry.
Okay, right, I've got you now. Right.
No, I don't got it yet. 1 second. All right. Go ahead.
Now we-
Where?
Yeah, exactly right. So move your cursor to the left a little bit, onto the black. There you go. That's its head. And then its wings go up the cliff, and then that arching bit, look, the left-hand side, you can see its wing coming up. All the shadows, that's all the way up.
You got some pareidolia going on here, dude.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to tell. Yeah.
Mike,
I'm not seeing any condor.
I'm not
Sorry.
seeing.
Sorry.
You see
It's a-
Batman behind the
What is
mountain.
this? It's a orangutan.
It's a Batman
yeah,
behind the
it's more like an orangutan. Yeah.
and yeah. Well, maybe
I
that's
mean,
the
look-
best they could do, but that's
mountain. The houses. right?
heard
The
is part of the tourist attractions, is to see the way the shadows
Oh,
are
come
cast
on. There's beautiful
onto the
like
mountains.
architecture there, like ruins and stuff.
Jesus,
and you look at
Betty,
house.
relax.
You can't
Say
get
it was
that.
the-
Why people go over there for shadow.
Show you another one. If you go, another good one that I read about. If you go, it's Temple of the Sun.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
I'm
that's
sorry,
Egypt.
folks. I didn't put this over here. Let me put it over here now. See, Adam thinks that this over here, this is the condor's head, right? And somehow these are his wings. I think he's got pareidolia. Bad. You know what this looks
That's-
like?
It's not a disease.
Not me. I've not been there and said it. And these are claims that people have made. It was just a point that
You
I
know
say
what
the
it you know what it looks
Are
like.
condors in zoos?
Shut up. Wait, you know what this
active
looks
ones
like?
are.
It looks like a damn Betty, you're gonna really enjoy this because you're a mother clucker. It looks like a chicken.
Chicken. It's a mountain chicken.
It's a mountain chicken. It's,
It's a mountain chicken.
where's the fishing chickens?
He's down below. You know?
All right, give me some other pictures because this ain't
Wait a
doing
minute.
it.
Before you go to another picture,
Okay.
look at the freaking architecture.
It's not screaming
houses.
condor.
They're
Give you
just
another
rumpusing.
example,
Hold
Gary.
on, Adam. Betty, go ahead.
Huey,
Betty,
look at the houses that they made back then.
what back here? Over here?
No, just on the foreground where the eye stalk is like, yeah, there.
Right in
I
here?
mean, look at that. Isn't that's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that looks almost like well, maybe what was it, 1900 years,
I-
1900s.
Looks like Cornwall.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like English architecture.
Yeah, it looks
back in
like
the
the
day.
cliffs of Cornwall. If you look at Tintagel and places like that, it's the way they're built on the sides of
Yeah,
cliffs.
those
Really
thick
similar.
walls, right?
Yeah,
Adam?
same.
And
So-
these pointed roofs and stuff.
Roofs. So, how is this? How old is this?
That
Well,
would be
Maybe
attributed to
some-
about 1500, won't it? Was the last time people were there.
Say
I think
say
it was that long.
say it one more time. I didn't catch it.
1600s, I think, is when the Spanish supposedly eradicating them with smallpox.
So 15 or I thought this was a lot older than that.
Yeah, well, they'll go back to, and that's why I say there's different types of civilizations on there. You'll see these, look at these much smaller brick buildings,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also much larger megalithic buildings. Look in the bottom left corner, look, can you see the larger brick there as well? There's more megalithic stuff, and then there's a lot older stuff that's, I think, then attributed to the Incans. But I think even the Incans say it wasn't them that formed it. It was.
It was already there when they got there.
It's part of their mythology, yeah.
All right.
The other one I've sent you there. So this one I think is Aztec. But this is the Temple of the Sun with the snake at the bottom. And at equinox, then the shadows cast by the corner of the pyramids join up and give a rippled snake look to the snake head going down the opposite side of the pyramid.
Now, is this by Machu Picchu or is this something else?
No.
This is
a completely different place.
Thanks, Adam.
It's still South American using the shadow stuff. I can't find a really nice one of the. I'll find one.
Is this where the condor is? It's certainly not
the
black.
condor. I couldn't find a condor, so I had to go to the snake.
You made it up.
Oh, I'll find it. Honestly, it's a famous thing.
Yeah, they shaped the
Condor.
It's just to get a condor out of there.
Not that famous.
Mr. Texture. I delivered.
All right, hold on a second. Somebody's trying to chime in with a crappy mic.
Yeah, it's the Ebo the Noob or something.
Gold Danube. So he said he put something in the text chat. I'm in BallBuster's text chat. 1 second. Let me scroll. Maybe it is down here. Betty put a picture in here.
Yeah, I did. This is the most famous picture.
Where's the other guy's picture? I thought he had something in here. There's nothing in here.
Maybe he put it somewhere else.
You know you're sharing on your screen, don't you, Kiwi?
No, I'm not sharing it just yet. I got my...
I can see it on Discord.
Well, you can see it on Discord, but YouTube can't.
All right, just letting you know. Okay.
Thank you. Oh. Let's see Betty's picture. It'll probably give me a small one. Yeah, all the friggin'
I'm
time.
sorry. I'm coming.
If you waited...
Whole country, you know.
It's Betty. This is a terrible... Okay, folks, this is the picture that Betty sent.
Oh, God. Now we get it.
Yeah, the lighting is perfect. You can see this clearly. It's all pixelated.
Listen.
It's worthless.
Well, you did better. But I'm from a small country, like I said, and we have small pictures.
It was terrible. All right, hold on, folks. We got to get back in here.
Your neighbor will get more pictures and better ones, I hope.
Oh, he better.
Yeah.
If you wait a minute, Adam will share a picture of another completely different place.
Got the shadow of a potato.
Shadow of a potato.
Kilkenny.
Yeah, the famous Kilkenny potato.
That's what shut me up.
Well, QE ate tater tots yesterday, so who's the tater head now?
I'll tell you what, those tater tots were delicious.
Yeah? Were they not burned?
Really? Nope, they weren't burned this time. I almost forgot about the burger. They were that good. All right, okay. No more pictures, Adam, because I'm in Skype. There's nothing left here.
Oh, I'm not unless Brian wants anything else. I'll see if I can get him a bear or something.
All right, let me get out of that. Okay, I didn't know it would take this long with Machu Picchu, but it's a pretty interesting place, it looks like.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you've never heard of it.
Really. I heard of it, I just hadn't researched it.
Yeah, sweetheart, you didn't even know there were like ruins out there.
You didn't know there was a shadow of a condor.
No, I knew there was something up there.
No, you didn't, and now you try to get yourself out of there.
I didn't try to get myself out of anything.
Just play innocence and keep in the innocent place, please.
Up.
Yeah. Now the NPD comes up. Now he knows everything. Tomorrow he is like the specialist on.
Stop it! You mother clucker.
You fish and chicken.
Yeah, we're just, Tony, that's what we're doing. We're warming up to put another nail in the globe coffin. This is what we do. You guys have been here for a long time. Do you know how we conduct business?
Yeah, we need to wait for people to come in, of course, and then see if they can sort of stay through the chatter and the rumors and stuff. And if they stay long enough, they might be sort of
Rewarded.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was
Exactly.
searching
All right.
for. Yeah.
All right. So I think Machu Picchu's over with. Oh, where's this?
Yep.
That's not Machu Picchu. Let me get some images here just go straight into images and see if there's anything else.
I just shared that.
Somebody
Adam
says that tater tots is yummy.
I just shared that condor Adam was looking for in that BallBusters text chat.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Hmm.
All right. We pull it up. Oh, that's too big.
You're a bad man.
It's black.
Yeah, you see.
I can't even see it. It's black. Why are you laughing?
That's messing with my head, Brian, a bit. That.
Go ahead, chat.
It's on YouTube now.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny.
What is funny? I don't see it.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah. You
No,
can't see.
YouTube
You'd have to
like-
go into the text chat, Betty. It's Kiwi's not showing it to Discord.
Huh. That's weird.
Now you've killed the joke. Not that funny.
It's not that funny. Did you get it yet, Betty?
Yeah, so the condor is flying over the beach, and then the seagull thinks that he's a big bird.
Not a condor. It's the cliff.
Oh, brother.
It's a cliff.
Here we go.
It's more like a cliffhanger now.
It's right there, the condor, don't you see?
Yeah, we see it. And that cliffhanger stuff, that would be one of Adam's favorite movies. The beginning of that movie just freaks me out. I can't deal with that.
Oh. You see, bum nipping, innit? Stuff like that. See, I don't like any stuff like that. Any films that do height stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, well, that one
I don't
affects
like
me.
the underwater stuff.
What's that?
I don't like the underwater stuff.
We're not talking about what you don't like yet, Betty.
Yes, we do, because somebody else said that he doesn't like the up in the mountain stuff.
You
So
brought
I
up
said,
the cliffhanger. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? When the girl is
"Yeah,
out
that woman
there,
that falls out of the hands of Rocky.
right? Falls out of the hand of Rocky. Yeah, the look, just the whole thing. I just want to avoid it, right? I don't even deal with it. I just bypass the beginning.
Hmm.
The rest of the movie's not all that.
You're kind of a softie, aren't you?
No, it's just something about that. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies.
You don't trust ropes.
That's an oldie. Heebie-jeebies. I like the
Heebie-jeebies, yeah. Okay, let's get out of this. All right, Machu Picchu, there's not much. Well, this is about the only one that's quite interesting. Is that a
There's not
llama?
much. No, it's the Dalai Lama.
It ain't the Dalai Lama. It's a dang llama, I think.
I think that llama is called Dali.
See where this is at. You're going to love Machu Picchu. Okay, they've got the top 5 reasons. Here we go.
Oh.
Machu Picchu is beautiful, and nothing compares to witnessing this beauty in person. Floating far above the river below. Ooh, there's a river. I didn't see that river. With the jagged peaks of the Andes all around, it's more like a work of art than a city. Interesting. Number 2. Visiting Machu Picchu. Oh, this is number 2. Learn about some of the world's greatest engineers. Visiting Machu Picchu is a great chance to learn about the Incas, some of the history's greatest builders. The Incas constructed Machu Picchu without using wheels. An incredible feat.
How did you know that?
Yeah, I was just thinking that same thing. Number 3, mountains to climb. There
What
you go.
What use is a wheel when you want to go up a cliff? Wouldn't a bit of rope be much more useful? Where were you going to use a wheel there?
I think they
Well,
may be
maybe-
talking about pulleys and
Mountain goats.
and such.
You didn't say pulleys, you said a wheel, didn't you?
Yeah, but
Mate.
yeah, okay, fair enough.
You could use it if you had it out in front of you with a handle that you could put both hands on. You could lean into it. It will roll up the hill, and that'll take some of your weight off your feet.
Yeah, and
What?
then crashing down if you did let go.
That's some stupid stuff right there. No, you'd come rolling down the mountain, dude.
I'm talking about you're going up a trail. I'm not talking about trying to climb a mountain. Cliff, like a cliff face. I'm not talking about a cliff face. I'm talking about if you're going up a trail.
Maybe they had feet like hoofs.
Now that's the ballers. Number 3, mountains to climb and trails to hike. So they're climbing mountains, Adam. If you
And
love hiking or climbing, Machu Picchu is an outstanding destination. Right next to the site itself, you have the chance to climb Hayana Picchu? Whatever. And there are...
Whatever. Too funny.
Hayana. I think that might be it. Hayana Picchu. And there are hiking trails in almost every direction. Number 4, unbeatable tour guides. Visitors to Machu Picchu don't need to explore the ruins on their own. Licensed experts. We're having experts with companies like.
I looked that up.
I'm not done yet,
We were
Adam.
saying- Well, I know, but I'm interrupted now. May as well carry on, am I?
Go ahead.
Only on that point, because you and Betty were saying earlier about could go, couldn't go, can't go on your own now. You can only go with a tour guide. Is the only way to get there now. You're not allowed to just randomly wander up.
That was a really good interruption, Adam. Thanks for that. Licensed experts with companies like Machu Picchu tour guides. Boy, they got real creative with that. Are on hand to explain how and why the Incas chose to build in such a challenging spot.
That's
You see, it was relevant. It was relevant because they're not saying they're mandatory, which is what I found out. You can't choose to accept their wisdom. You've got to pay them to go up there.
Yeah, otherwise you don't get there, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I understand that you need to sort of safeguard the place, and that there's no littering and not people digging and doing stuff, right? But just to have paid guides that tell their sort of approved narrative, that's what I sort of hate. I went one time to Turkey, to the place Ephesus, which is in the Bible too. And these guides, you had to have a Turkish guide. You couldn't get your Greek guide from the island where you came from, right? Explain things. But the Turkish guide would say that everything was Turkish. There was no Greek civilization there. It was all Turkish made and everything, And I'm thinking, what the is going on here, right? What the peep?
What if you had a Greek guide? Then there would be nothing here from Turkey.
Exactly, because, well, it is Greek-like civilization. It was known that the Greeks were there, So, but they tried.
That's all wrong. That's wrong. Sorry, that's all Bosnia, man. Bosnia, Greek, Turkey, Balkans, all that. It's Bosnia.
There you go. Even another narrative. So, what do we really know, right?
All right, we don't want to get off on this. We're on the top 5 reasons to visit Machu Picchu.
Yeah, so don't.
We're on number 5. Okay, you're going to have to go on deafen because this you're not going to understand this, Betty. Go on deafen.
Oh,
number 5,
really?
an incredible climax to a vacation on the Inca Trail?
Climax?
Machu Picchu doesn't have to be the only Inca site you visit in Peru. It's the ideal way to round off a walking tour on the Inca Trail. I didn't know there was an Inca Trail.
Of course there's an Inca Trail. You need to get up there.
Once an Inca Road. Once an Inca Road, now it's a trail. Got it? Once an Inca Road, the trail takes 5 days. 5 days to complete and is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You must be careful for the attacking mountain chickens.
With hooves.
You don't need to worry, because you can see him by the shadow from miles away.
You can see him by the shadow.
Yeah, but okay, go in here and to look, maybe walk around, maybe for, half a day or a day, just look around. But what else is there?
But
Nothing.
Adam, what if they messing the weather, and there is no shadows because it's cloudy?
Yeah, then you don't got the shadows of any mountain chickens. What?
You still got the trail, the ruins and stuff, and there's no shops there. I mean,
There's a chance you might not have the ultimate climax then.
Okay, now, why
you
am
can
I
wait
even
for the
saying that?
climax.
It's going to answer my question. What to do in Machu Picchu? That was my question.
What to do with Machu Picchu?
So here we go. Number
You're
one.
appalling, Alex.
I think taking a rest from the long hike up.
Well, why don't you just let them give the story, not your freaking twisted take on it?
Oh, now you're gonna research Machu Picchu, huh?
Yeah, might as well. You charged me with not doing it. Of those charges, I was
Okay,
acquitted.
you can do it online. Now we can see your sort of investigative challenges.
My investigative chops.
Jobs now challenges, because we're gonna see now what you use.
This is what I use to research. Just no problem with this. Let's take a listen. Number one, right out the gate, Machu Picchu Historic Sanctuary, Wonder of the New World. Machu Picchu will forever remain Peru's greatest gem. Every day, humbled visitors, not just visitors, let their imaginations run wild as they explore these mysterious ruins. Archaeologists, who are not scientists, by the way, but I digress, continue to restore the Incan complex, rediscovering the organization of the city into temples, urban centers, sacred stones, and more. A visit brings back an immersive, mind-blowing world of the past.
Yep.
I'm getting all tingly over it. Who wrote that?
And the thing is, don't climax yet. You're not there yet.
All right. Number two, that didn't really do it for me. That sounds like a bunch of word salad to cover up how boring it is. So,
It's the experience, man. It's not anything else.
Here comes the challenging word.
Fish and chicken.
Huayna Picchu. Celestial. Oh, I like it. The celestial mountaintop. I don't think that's true. They're using celestial out of context. This striking mountain towers atmospherically. Listen to this language, boy. Where did they get Grammarly to friggin' write these? This striking mountain towers atmospherically. That's a contradiction in terms. Above Machu Picchu, a hike to its peak reveals a smattering, love this, of temples built by the Incas all the way up its slope. Are they slope-a-dopes?
And if they don't know what the building was, it's usually a temple. So.
The 1 hour climb? Yeah, your ass. You better get some escalators on that monkey. Make it no 1 hour climb. The 1 hour climb rewards hikers with, breathtaking. Yeah, because it take your breath away from hiking up that stupid monkey.
Yeah, I told you, it's really exhausting to get there.
Yeah, it's breathtaking. Yeah, good use of verbiage there. The breathtaking view of the isolated citadel. A moment of serene reflection and a life-changing experience as the Incas once intended. I'd like to know who wrote these. Or who wrote this.
Who the hell does know that the Incas intended this?
I'm just impressed with the
Special mind powers.
With the word usage. They got some serious friggin' word usage chops here. Okay, number 3. Intapunku. 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 It's a sun gate. Uh-oh. Once the fortress of Machu Picchu, the Intipunku ruins stand on the doorstep of the sanctuary. This is a favorite stop on the Inca Trail. A 3 to 4 hour hike up yours, you mother cluckers. I'm not. No.
I'm getting the feeling, QE, you're like me.
No, I'm not.
What?
I don't do hikes anymore.
No, I don't. That's what I mean.
He will need to have a backpack on, and that's not his style. No more.
Well, I did it during Total Archery Challenge, but that it was because I needed to do
But
something
that has
else.
a purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's
serves
got a purpose. You have
yes, it has a purpose. So a 3 hour.
I never think I'll just go for a walk around the countryside. It's in a drive. I can see a lot more countryside if that's what I'm supposedly going for. I'm in the car.
Yeah, they need to have like go-karts or like a go-kart trail, right? You get on a little
Quad biking up there. Yeah.
A 3 to 4 hour hike from the complex down below, as it provides an epic view of the Incan citadel. Ideally, the first. Ideally,
Do you not
the
just
first.
get a helicopter up there?
Yeah, just have a helicopter tour.
up, see what it's all about. Helicopter back there. I don't like that. I'm with you. 5 hours. You're only going to be disappointed. Whereas if you go up in a helicopter,
and then you have to get back too, you know, the 5 hours.
Betty, stop rumpusing him.
I'm not rumpusing if there was no sound.
Yeah,
you're 5 hours back as well.
Yeah, 5 hours back as well, yeah.
Fittingly, most choose to approach this gate for the sunrise over, there it is again, Hoyana Picchu, dedicated to the sun god. Who's the sun god?
Not you, Kiwi.
I thought it was Helios.
No, that's Greek.
They got a different name for that monkey down here?
Yeah, and Egypt is Ra, right? I think.
Oh, I looked down here. I thought it said fascinating pigs. It says fascinating digs. All right, here we go again. Number 4, Wine Wayan.
Why is that better?
Wine Wayna. Fascinating digs. Wine Wayna is built on a hillside along the ever-surprising Inca Trail, believed to be a living complex. That's interesting. The ruins sit directly above the Urubamba River and are surrounded by agricultural terraces. The well-maintained settlement adds depth to the Machu Picchu experience, as tourists can imagine the lifestyle of the Incas who once benefited from these rather inhospitable lands. There's a lot of imagining here.
Yep.
The Inca Bridge. The secret entrance. Machu Picchu is stunningly isolated and was once even harder to access. Built into the rocky mountainside, a stone trail falls away suddenly to leave a 20-foot gap. Tree trunks would offer easy access to those who were welcome, while enemies were faced with a 2,000-foot drop. Yeah, to heck with that. I'd just leave them alone. This ingenious defense mechanism has been restored to its original treachery? That's a unique twist on that. Don't you think?
Treachery?
Yeah, whoever wrote this. They got some serious Grammarly chops.
Yeah, it needs to sell, huh?
All right. There you go, folks. I should title this show. What?
It could have been D-Rose that wrote it.
No, he'd use synonyms for everything. He wouldn't got done with the first paragraph till late tomorrow afternoon. All right.
So is it something that you would have sort of gone to when you were younger, maybe?
I don't know if it's worth it, because to look at it and to be there but doesn't sound like there's too much to do.
No, there's nothing to do. The doing is the hiking and the satisfaction of making it. And
Satisfaction?
The satisfaction
I've got enough satisfaction from hikes there, love. I don't need any more satisfaction.
different. There is a good reward at the end.
That's
what
the issue I've got,
That's what she said.
right?
Yeah.
Words
exactly.
satisfaction and hike don't go. Not in my life would those words fit together in any reasonable sentence.
I wouldn't mind the hike. It'd be the sweating would be difficult. The hike could be grand if you weren't sweating, but you're going to start sweating.
And as we know, Europeans, and as we know, Betty, Europeans don't chew up on the deodorant side of things.
What the hell?
That'll reduce their rate of lymph cancer. That's a good thing.
Unbelievable. The laugh of Brian, man. That's
Yeah, because he knows what I'm talking about. I mean, I lived in.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
he lives
does.
in Europe.
I've lived in Europe.
I do. I don't use that at all. I never use it.
I lived in Europe 5 years.
See, what Brian thinks, you blame all Europe.
Yeah, you guys are nasty.
Sure.
I think I walked into an elevator in the summertime in Germany. I was like, good God. Don't you people have any honor?
You smelled your freaking upper lip, man.
Don't you have any dignity for yourselves?
You smelled your own upper lip.
I didn't smell my own upper lip. I practice great hygiene techniques.
Yeah, like what?
Like getting a shower and throwing some deodorant underneath those mugs.
Sweetheart, you know that the showers stop at a certain point.
Yeah, I hated the damn showers. You'd have to hit that button. What the hell is that?
It's just for you Americans because you shower too long.
Yeah. That is a failing. I agree. That is a failing.
You're just getting into it, right? And the shower head sucked to begin with, right? Yeah. They're like little needles poking you, and then you're starting to, get accustomed to it, and the damn thing goes off. You got soap everywhere. The hell is up with you guys over there?
You was in Eastern Germany, maybe?
No, I was in I was in West Berlin, which at that time was East Germany, technically.
Technically, it's the same, sir. All EU is the same shit.
But it's the same, and it was the same. And I took a bunch of showers in Frankfurt too. They had the same damn setup.
It's just for you Americans because you don't come behind the scenes.
Oh, so they just have special living places for just Americans.
Yeah, because they know,
Yes,
they know
sir.
how you are.
You know those damn receptions when you give them the passport and like I need the room, and when they see your passport, oh, American.
Yep. Give them the special showers.
So this is what they don't got, people. If you've never been to Europe, this is what they don't got. Don't be expecting any doorknobs. There are no doorknobs. They're all handles. Number two, they don't understand the concept of screens, like in the windows, so you can open up your windows without letting all the mosquitoes and flies and other bugs in. They have no concept of screens. You can make a killing over there, screen manufacturers, man.
We have screens.
You don't get that in Northern Europe. You don't have it in Northern Europe. It's not really needed.
Yeah.
The house in Italy, you have to have screens. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. Yeah. I wouldn't dream of having screens here or lived in Holland or Germany.
Why? It gets pretty hot in Germany in the summertime.
For a couple of days. You're not in. It's not like a plague of.
A couple days.
You can handle it better than you guys there.
We don't have mosquitoes, so that's the ultimate.
Couple of days around the 45, that's when it's most hot.
If it's warm, it'll rain in the UK anyway, so it's fine.
Here's the difference between Europeans and Americans. This is the biggest difference. See, Americans, we shower every day and shop once a week, whereas in Europe, they shower once a week and shop every day.
No, that's not true anymore.
Yeah.
If it was ever true, it's not true anymore.
Yeah. All right. Fair
I shower and shop every day. So.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm kind of halfway between both.
I don't think
I
Ireland.
neither shop nor shower.
I don't think Ireland's part of Europe.
No, it's part of the United. It's part of Britain.
It's not.
It's part of
It's
Britain.
part of the British Isles. Sorry, Brian, I got the vernacular wrong. It's part of the British Isles. That's the way you have to get away with it, the Irish. Get the word British in. It's part of the British Isles.
Yeah, crowbar it in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's how we used to do it with the boys from Dublin, back at uni.
Well, I suppose we are. If you took Britain away, we'd be just being an island in the Atlantic. Let's be honest, wouldn't it?
Too funny, man. All right. Anything else on Machu Picchu? Showering, deodorant, mountain chickens, anything?
Nope. We're all done. Now very interested in your content.
And you bet I got that.
Yeah.
All
On
right.
this topic. Maybe.
Hold on a second, folks. I got to go back here to Discord because they're going to be whining about not being able to see it. Now I got to figure my way back out of this. All right, we'll just go to my website. Folks, if you haven't been here, you need to get over here to Globe Terminator's website. I mean, this is chock full of great information. It doesn't have everything, all of my research in there, but it's got some serious teeth. I mean, you got flat earth proofs. We're going to get to those. All you got to do is hover on this and it'll populate them over here to the right-hand side. Or you could click on it. We have proofs of the creator. And those two are the two biggest draws on the website, obviously. So if you get a chance, tell your neighbors and your friends to jump on over here and take the Pepsi challenge. So if you go to Flat Earth Proofs, like I said, you can reach any one of them right here, or you could go right on to the Flat Earth Proofs page. It has the sextant. I think there's 7 of them. See if I'm right. The sextant, the Black Swan, Flight, the Bolivian Salt Flats, the SSM Block 1 Sea Sparrow, Coriolis. It's not spinning anywhere, and no vacuum of space. See that? All set just right down the line for you. Right there. What we're going to do today, we're going to do Flight. How about that? Like I said, this is one of my it's my favorite today until we do the next one. But this is one of those proofs, like I said, that it's got practicality written all over it. And if most people have flown commercially, so if you've flown commercially, then you can readily relate to this one. There's no way out of it. So, since the Earth is, as we're told, a sphere-tard of 25,000 miles in circumference, radius 3959 miles, then pilots traveling for 1 hour at a typical cruising speed of 500 miles an hour to simply maintain altitude would constantly... What?
Superchat.
Ah, Superchat. I forgot all about those. Thanks, man. Go on, Superchat.
Retro Bill said, impaled heads on a stick by the mind's preceded Eratosthenes and severed heads bouncing down the steps of Machu Picchu prove gravity. Sorry, I recently watched Apocalypto.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Retro Bill. Hey, Betty, looks like somebody's taking your job.
I know.
Because it's a super chat.
Well, give me a rest. That's good.
That's
And I'm
good.
not
You don't
reading
mind it for
anyway.
today?
No, it's good. It's
Okay.
good.
All right. Let's start over. Since the Earth is, as we're told, a sphere-tard of 20,000 miles in circumference, radius 3959 miles, then pilots traveling for 1 hour at a typical cruising speed of 500 miles an hour to simply maintain altitude would constantly have to adjust their altitude downwards to compensate for the curvature, mind you, and descend on average, shout out to Adam, on average. 2,789 feet every minute. Now, to negotiate the drop, I really don't care. The plane can barrel roll. This is a very important part. I want you folks to listen to this little section right here. Because this got cowbell. Now, to negotiate the drop, I really don't care. The plane can barrel roll, split S, wing over, tail slide, slow roll, Cubanate, falling leaf, the chandelier, or the hokey pokey. But it must descend. And the really important part about this, everyone on a plane will know it. That's the point. Is this clear, Smurfers? This is the point. Let's do a couple examples. How many miles of vertical drop, that's geometric, must be, and vertical drop means change in elevation. It means relief. How many miles of vertical drop geometric must be negotiated over a distance of 500 miles on a ball with a circumference of 25,000 miles? The answer is 31.7 miles. Is somebody trolling me?
Oh.
I can hear an echo.
Hmm.
I bet you it's your mic.
No, I'm the culprit again. Okay, I'll go on mute.
I will guarantee it's you.
I'm on mute.
All right. Hey,
It's
this is
Plum
the first.
Bob.
What now?
This guy, Plum Bob is unmuted all the time.
Is he lighting up while I'm talking?
Yeah, if Dan and Bob could just mute, then there won't be any issues.
I'm on push to talk, so it's not me.
Yeah, don't be blaming him. All right.
I didn't. It was Ebo. He was straight to accuse.
Then Denk.
Maybe it's you. It's all mute.
All right, all mute. We're going to get to my first example, 1 and 2. So, how many miles of vertical drop geometric must be negotiated over a distance of 500 miles on a BallTARD with a circumference of 25,000 miles? The answer is 31.7 miles. So, how many feet are in 31.7 miles? Well, the answer to that is 167,376 feet. So, 167,376 feet of vertical drop must be negotiated over 500 miles on Earth. It's as simple as that. So let's do a real world example. I'm traveling by commercial plane from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Atlanta, Georgia for the Super Bowl. So this has some years on it. Just relax. Doesn't take away from the point. The approximate distance is 500 miles. So, typical cruising speed, as we mentioned above, is 500 miles an hour for your commercial airliner. So, 500 miles distance at 500 miles an hour, this is getting tricky, per hour, equals a travel time of 1 whole hour. Hope everyone follows that. So, question, how many feet of vertical drop per minute, on average, needs to be negotiated on this trip? Remember, the travel time is 1 hour. So, it's a simple calculation. It's 167,376 feet over 60 minutes. So the answer to that is 2,789.6 feet vertical drop per minute. Average must be negotiated by the plane on my trip. Does this ever happen? Nope. The sphere is a stone cold fairy tale. It's just as simple as that. I talked to my neighbor about this about 5 years ago. He's recently moved. And this was the first example I brought up because I knew that he's flown on many occasions. And I put it to him just like I just put it to you, essentially. And he kind of looked at me cross-eyed. He goes, I knew there's a lot of ideas churning in his head. And I let him go. I didn't, stay on the point all that long. I just left a lot of space in between there, a lot of quietness. And I was looking at his body language, and he got it. He didn't like it, but he got it. So the second one, the second example, we're going to go a little bit further. How many miles of vertical drop, that's geometric, must be negotiated over a distance of 1,000 miles on a ball with a circumference of 25,000 miles? Guess what that would be? Well, you don't have to guess. I got the answer for you right there. It's 128.3 miles. That's a lot of dropping over 1,000 miles. That's a lot. That's a pretty good clip. So how many feet are in 128.3 miles? Answer, 677,424 feet. So 677,424 feet of vertical drop must be negotiated over 1,000 miles on Earth. So let's do another real world. I'm traveling by commercial plane from the home of the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers to Dallas, Texas, America's team. That distance is approximately 1,000 miles. Typical cruising speed, I've made that trip many times, by the way, but I digress. Typical cruising speed, 500 miles an hour. 1,000 mile distance at this is going to get tricky. 1,000 mile distance at 500 miles per hour equals a travel time of 2 hours. That's 120 minutes. So watch what I do with it here. How many feet of vertical drop per minute on this trip, on average, needs to be negotiated? Total feet vertical drop over 1,000 miles, we went over it above, is 677,424 feet. The travel time is 2 hours. So it's a simple calculation again. 677,424 feet over 120 minutes. Get ready, folks. The answer, 5,645 feet of vertical drop over a mile every minute on average. I don't think people realize the gravity of this situation. Just think about this. That's over a mile drop every minute. The plane's nose after takeoff, the whole way on the trip would never get above horizontal. It just it wouldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Let's do a modus tollens on this, and we'll dance on the graves a little bit. This is just pure formality. Modus tollens. If P, then Q. Not Q, therefore not P. If commercial planes travel at 500 miles an hour for 2 hours, that's 1,000 miles, over a sphere-tard with a radius of 3959 miles, P, it would then have to descend or negotiate 128.3 miles of vertical drop over the course of its journey, no matter what the reason, Q. Commercial planes do not descend 128.3 miles when traveling at 500 miles for 2 hours. They don't do that. They fly level or a little bit 1 to 2 degree up angle. Not Q. Therefore, the Earth is not a sphere-tard. Therefore, not P. Alice in Wonderland is more tenable than the BallTARD spinning space monkey religion. The prosecution rests simple. You live in a fairy tale. The end. How you like me now? It's just that simple. There is no sphere-tard. Questions, comments? Shut up, Adam. You guys are on mute, by the way.
That's not really to say.
Now, everyone remain quiet, and then all at once speak.
There you go. Ryan, off you go, sir.
No, you go, Adam. I was just trying to fill dead air. That's all.
Oh.
Shut up, Adam.
I don't argue with it. I just don't like it.
Yeah. I argue more the degrees But for an everyday person, that is like that is what you need. Exactly what's being presented there. For the everyday person, present that. There you go. You can go into the lift effect in degrees afterwards, which is the more in depth of it. But it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It's like this doesn't happen, so it's not a globe. It couldn't be any more simple.
Yep.
That's why it's not defeatable.
The thing, Ryan's argument, my argument, and QE's argument all have in common is this principle of straight and level flight. It's the underlying principle that makes things stay in the air, how they know they're flying the plane, but it's also the underpinning argument for all the demonstrations. In QE's there, you know how a plane flies. That's the reality. You know you're not negotiating a curve. At no point is the plane ever doing anything than attaining straight and level flight. And that's the important point in all of this. In QEs particularly, that's the point. You're gaining because of cumulative curvature. As he showed, a shorter distance has less cumulative drop to deal with. This is how all ergonomics work, and that's the reality of the longer you travel, the worse it gets. And as QE describes it, the worse your average gets. But at some point, it needs dealing with. It has to be dealt with if you accept the principles of straight or level flight and how planes stay in the air. So that to me, QE is the underpinning thing. Grasp it, understand the significance, and flight does that, of the accumulation of drop that happens when you traverse over a ball. It's not a slope. Yeah, it's a rate of change of slope.
What do you think about this one, Betty? Come off mute.
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think of this? Like I said, it's one of my favorites.
I understand. But you have more favorites.
Yeah, the next one will be my favorite too. But this one, I tend to go to this one relatively quickly, whether it's counter punching or just the regular, like Brian said, it's for your everyday Joe Coffee or Betty Bread Maker.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially when you made people say that people are flying backwards.
That doesn't have anything to do with this, Betty.
Yeah, I know. It's all about flight and stuff. I know. But it's a good argument. I like the simple ones. And this one is quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, the simple. You got it, baby.
Yeah.
Carry on for a minute. I hear the cat whining.
He's leaving us alone again. He's gonna take something to eat, I think. What do you want to say, Brian?
I was saying, Betty, that this is by far my favorite argument ever, because it's one of those ones where it's just so you can lay it out so simply for anyone with basic, everyday, let's just say high school maths, or even primary school, junior school maths, right? You can lay it out for anyone, right? It's very simply, just like QE did, right?
Superchat.
Superchat. Well, QE's maybe Betty or yourself.
You shout out the super chat, Kim.
Oh, okay. I can do it. I can do it without QE being here.
Of course we can. Just say
Tony
that we did it.
Yeah, Tony Whitcomb. He said, "Try banking in a plane and remain altitude on a globe. Where's the focus at?" I'm guessing that was a question.
There's points where there need not be points, I think, and no capital letters. He must have been.
We get the gist.
I get the point.
You get the point.
See,
That's good.
If you bank across a flat plane in an aeroplane, yeah, you've got a point of reference that you're aligning to, which is your horizontal, your perpendicular. do it in a which part of the ball are you grabbing hold of as a reference point? Because there is nothing other than curving away and sideways.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I think
Well,
QE would like that color, but of the super
They don't claim we're on a cylinder. They claim we're on a ball, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
You were saying something, Brian, I think.
Well, I was saying that it's what the QE's presentation is so simplistic that anyone with basic high school maths can understand it. So it's for, and even if someone doesn't understand it, it can be very easily shown to them what is being described. And even, you know what I mean, they may not even need it shown to them. If you didn't understand the maths, you'd understand exactly what he's saying. You don't have to do the maths yourself. You just have to understand what he's saying. It's just so simple. I don't think there isn't. The reason the flight argument doesn't come up much is two reasons. One of them is to do with flat earthers because they want to argue, but there isn't. And the other one is to do with the ballers. There isn't anything to argue about. They can't rebut it. There isn't a globe rebuttal to it. They just try and claim that they basically make statements that don't adhere to flight. That's all they can do. Make statements that don't align with or adhere to how a plane flies. And that's the only rebuttal a baller can give. So is to speak outside of reality. The flat earthers don't get to have an argument because once they bring it up, the ballers will either make a statement that has nothing to do with reality or switch the subject. There isn't an argument to be had. There isn't something to a point of contention. You know, the fact that planes exist means a globe out doesn't. It's that simple. And
Yes,
if people
sir.
want to get, yeah, exactly. And if people want to get into the nitty gritty of it, the lift effect. Now, I don't mean this as some kind of an add-on to what QE presented. He doesn't need this. This is not necessary for the everyday person. But the lift effect is something that is very easily looked into. What it does is oppose the weight of the plane. Now, to oppose the weight of the plane, the wings, the chord line, which is the front leading edge of the wings, right, and because of that, the nose has to be above horizontal. So to oppose the weight of the plane, the pilot, to be able to fly horizontally, needs to fly with the nose slightly up, because the wings need to be slightly up, right? I won't go into all the details of lift and drag and everything else, but basically, it can't fly any other way. Planes can't fly any other way over a distance but horizontally because of the lift effect. It's just not possible. As soon as with most wings, and even with cambered wings, as soon as the chord line, which is the front leading edge of the wing, goes below horizontal, as soon as that happens, even with a cambered wing, which will hold a certain amount of positive lift, you will begin to lose positive lift. So even with the wings that are designed to hold a certain amount of positive lift, once they dip below horizontal, whatever amount of lift you have out of 100%, let's say you have 60% lift at 2 degrees below horizontal, that means you're only accounting for 60% of the weight of the plane. Now, a lot of planes don't have cambered wings. A lot of planes have other wings that as soon as you dip them below horizontal, you have no lift. So you're just gliding, simple as. Well, gliding, you have lift for gliding, but the point is you're gliding down the wing. That's the point. All a cambered wing will do is the rate of drop. It slows down the rate of drop. You're still dropping.
Right.
As soon as you dip those wings below
That's
horizontal.
the important part.
It's that
of it.
simple.
Yeah, you're descending.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I even showed it in one of my videos to Wolfie, citation from Boeing, I think it was, stating that anything below horizontal is officially a descent.
Duh.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't take a rocket genius.
A rocket surgeon.
Yeah, I just said, gee, I couldn't remember a surgeon said rocket genius because that sounds just as ridiculous.
Hey,
rocket scientist.
No, it's rocket surgeon or brain scientist.
Well, I always had it wrong then.
That's our official position now, Betty. I don't know if you're up to date on that.
Probably not.
Okay. So did anyone get the super chat?
Yes.
Okay.
And you weren't.
I weren't here. Thanks a lot, Tony. Appreciate that. Why don't you get into a super chat frenzy? Like,
I got that super chat.
Super chat, everywhere. Super chat.
Hold on. I wonder if you can hear this. Super chat.
Yeah, we heard it. Yeah. Yeah, and ballers, you dumbass crackers. I can say that here. You can't forgot gravity on this one. Number one, that's non sequitur. It has nothing to do with the topic at all. The point is, we're not asking how the plane. Remember, I said it can do the Chandeli or whatever, any of the rolling pitches or the hokey pokey. That doesn't matter. The point is that if you're on this plane, you will know it. The descent, you will know it. If that plane drops 20 feet, you know it. If that nose is canted, like Brian said, not horizontal, you know it. You know you're descending. So that's the question. The plane must descend. No matter, for whatever reason you dream, I could care less. But the point is, you will know it. And I've flown, like I said, across the pond, back and forth, over 25, somewhere around 25, 30 times. Now, some of them had quite a bit of turbulence, but there was a portion of them, I would say somewhere between 10 and 15%, where it was as smooth as a baby's ass. And we didn't drop a skosh until we started descending into the, making our descent onto the runway, into the airport, into the destination. Now, you guys know this. Everyone knows this intuitively, right? If you've ever flown on a plane. So it's over. It's all over right here.
Unless it was an emergency descent, QE.
Emergency.
How did you descend?
Say again?
Obviously, part of the way I look at this is how planes, particularly big jets, fly. What they don't do and what they're not built to do is nose down, like some kind of dive bomb attack. What they tend to do is balance, uplift, and forward thrust. And you can do that in a number of ways: forward speed and angle of attack, elevation angle of the wing. Yeah. But what they tend to do is nose up and slow down.
Yeah, you could do it that way.
Yeah, but that's really important. But all the time, what's that doing? It's just maintaining straight flight. Now, the angle of the fuselage becomes very obtuse at points, particularly on landing. Yeah.
I'm not talking about on landing. Yeah.
Let me say.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I was flying in from Chicago into Springfield here. The last time it was 2 years ago, and of course I was readily aware of what I was looking for. And once we started, as soon as the seatbelt sign came on, because we were getting close to not close to Springfield, but we were beginning our initial descent. Guess what happened? That nose went below horizontal. First we slowed down. Right? And then the nose went below horizontal. That's what it did. I know, I was there. So there you go, Adam. But notwithstanding, you can descend.
Plane.
Say again?
A military plane.
No, it wasn't a military. It was a commercial airliner. On the initial descent, slowed down. Everyone knows this feeling, and everyone's experienced this before. It's slow. Seatbelt, bing, came on, and then it started to slow down. You could feel, because you could feel that shit. And then, boom, Now, it didn't go straight down, but it went below horizontal, and we started to descend. Simple as that.
Well, I've had that experience 3 times on planes, commercial airliners. And what they do is they do a slight dip below horizontal, but they don't do it until after all the carrots are put away and all the passengers and staff, all the stewardesses are all sitting down and buckled in.
Yep.
Then they do their, and it's only for a time that they drop in altitude that way. I don't know if they do it on every flight, but I've been on at least 3 where that did happen, and everyone had to be in their seat and buckled in. And when they did it, then obviously then afterwards they nosed up to and slowed down to land.
Yes.
I mean, they can, when they're flying straight, they don't need to do that normally. Normally, all they need to do is they can hold the same pitch and slow down, and that'll drop their altitude. Or they, so if they need to drop altitude, they can do that in that way. There's different, as Adam said, between the lift effect and the thrust, they can determine what their altitude is, or they can change altitude. But what you're talking about there is no mistaking it, Cutie. When you're on a plane and it does that, I know they do slow down, but you know you're going down. There's no ifs, buts, or maybe.
Exactly.
That's not how they're designed to be done, isn't it? Because that's not a chauffeur drive. So I suppose when you get those experiences, you do notice it. The point I was trying to make is in all of this, with the use of the artificial horizon and the gyroscopes in the plane, all of this descent still, unless we're talking maybe an extreme part, if you really need to chop a shitload of altitude quick.
Yeah.
If it's a controlled issue where you've got planned flight routes, your descent is, as Brian says, you can either just drop your pitch a little bit, like on a normal flight, you shouldn't really be descending below. And as you come down, you know how a plane lands, okay? And the point I'm making, it's nose up, which is to keep the uplift, even though you're going really slow, so you can put the wheels down.
Yep.
So you want lots. You've got to balance that. All of that balancing is straight line vector balancing. So even if you include the descent, they're still straight lines.
Yes.
And that's the point that QE's making, is you've accumulated this curvature. It's there, look, because you have to accumulate it because you recognize you're traveling via the pilot who's using a gyroscope to attain straight and level flight. That in most cases means the plane is slightly tilted up, it's got uplift and forward thrust. Yeah, and so it can maintain it. When it gets to level flight, as you describe, tranquility of the experience, everything stays the same. The trolleys come out because we're going forwards, and nothing's changing, altitude or anything. You might hit an air pocket and you feel it drop. Yeah, you feel it drop.
Heck yeah, you do.
Yeah. So that's a rarity in itself. But again, that is your drop. It's a drop. It's a straight line, a drop, and then a straight line. At no point is the supposed curvature of the Earth being taken into account if we're dealing in straight line vectors of aeroplanes. So that curvature that the Earth is accumulating as you travel in a straight line above it is what QE is talking about, your averages and those distance over different distances. It has to be at some point accounted for.
Yep. That's it. This is beating a dead horse. There's only so many ways you can go. It just cracks me up. Bagak, gravity. What? If you would have said, bagak, the color yellow doesn't have a social security number, it had the same amount of relevance to the argument.
Well, where this argument ends up... Sorry, Adam, go on, I'll go after.
There's two things with gravity. You're going to claim that. You're going to claim that gravity affects gyroscopes, which is something we know it doesn't do. Because remember, if you're going to invoke that gravity is twisting the plane, nosing it down, it doesn't affect the gyroscope. So the pilot's readings will be perverse, won't they? His artificial horizon becomes useless.
Yep.
Yeah. That doesn't happen. If you're really going to invoke gravity, then I'll refer you to my presentation. I'll take you to the woodshed. It's all about your downward direction and the possible changes and what would change with that.
They're already taken to the woodshed. It's non sequitur. Yeah. To the point.
No, the point I'm making is if you're going to invoke gravity, and this whole concept destroys gravity in of itself in terms of any change in direction of down. as proven by gyroscopes and straight line flight. So it's not something they should want to invoke, yeah, because it destroys them even further. This is sufficient with a bit of humility, but if they wanted to go further, it gets worse for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could even include the inertial navigation system in what you're talking about, Adam, with your presentation and demonstration with the accelerometer, right? Because the inertial navigation system on a plane makes it impossible for what they claim to happen. But besides all that, because I've had this argument so many times, and I have the experience of having it, and I had it with 5 pilots. One was on our side, and the other 4 were claimed commercial pilots on the opposing side. It always gets to the same point. When you get to the lift effect, they got nothing, right? So they have to make ridiculous claims, right? Because they can't defeat it, right? So I always got to the same point. Well, you're a commercial pilot, so you produce the official pitch data from 10 commercial flights with passengers on that we can prove. It doesn't really matter. You don't need that. They're just caveats I put in, right? The point is that produce the official pitch data, and then we'll see. That's all it takes to prove flat or globe. And not one of them will do it. Wolfie told me that cost hundreds of thousands, and I'm not doing it, and you do it. You know, anything but do that thing, because there's no way out. It's like, okay, it's that simple, because that's what your presentations, that's what, just 1 second, Adam, that's what the presentation's about. Show us the pitch data then, because there has to be pitch change. That's the only way out of it. There has to be a constant pitch change. That's the only way it can do it. You know, that has to happen, an accumulated pitch change. And the plane will never be flying with its nose or the chord lines above horizontal around the globe. It can't. It's only 1 second. 1 second is all it can be at horizontal, not even above it. And then from then on, it's an accumulation below that horizontal. They will never, ever get the pitch data. And that's why it's so hard to get the pitch data. The airline companies, I know they're private companies, as Refracted Curvature pointed out, but they just do not want to give you that. Wonder why.
That's the interesting thing with it. Because you're asking for that, they won't provide it. That's why, I mean, it's pre-Wolfie and all that stuff. That I looked for it, there wasn't anything there, and that's why I took an accelerometer on board, calibrated the plane. You know what I mean? Got to level flight, and waited to see if there were those pitch changes. If we ever did, in my case, account just for the curvature, because that's important. You can view that as we reference gravity. You can account for it in different ways. It doesn't just have to be altitude. But there was nothing with the accelerometer data, which kind of says to me the accelerometer is matching the artificial horizon that the pilot's using to maintain straight and level flight, because that's what the data I gathered showed, that the gyroscope works. Imagine if gyroscopes changed. Defy the whole definition, wouldn't it? They should tilt as you travel over a ball. That's the previous claim of a gyroscope, you know? So it's those contradictions. And like I said, the synergy between all three is straight and level flight. Yours is that for it not to be straight and level flight, for it to be going over a ball, then they'd have to rewrite all the rules of aerodynamics, how aerodynamics works, because they all work in straight and level flight. Not traversing a ball, the way in which you learn to fly a plane is straight and level flight. You're not dealing with a reorientation of gravity and a repositioning of your atmosphere and its density gradients based on orientation. You don't do that. Otherwise, as you say, Brian, planes would fall out the air.
Yeah, it can't not. The lift effect makes it impossible for the plane to fly the way it would have to fly around the globe, because it would be not able to oppose the weight.
Turn out the lights, party's over. They say that all good things must end. And it's the end of the BallTARD spinning Space Monkey religion, just with flight. How you like me now? Yes, sir.
Oh, here's another one. Yes, it's over. Let's call it a day. Gravity is never gonna win this way. Little Johnny Mathis.
I like the vibration.
Was he doing that thing with his Adam's apple where he grabs the skin and shakes it?
I think I can
You
do
talking
that.
about? He's doing vibrato. It's called vibrato.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. I like it. I like
Thank
that
you.
song too, by the way. Hmm.
Yeah, the hole in Swiss cheese is space time.
Yeah, I suspect we have an earther in the YouTube chat.
Uh-oh. What's ether?
Just before you respond,
Oh, no.
before you respond, because I'm going to have to drop from the call. I just want to say, so flat earthers understand something that proves the earth is flat, like air travel, proves it. That ipso facto, from the words of QE, proves it's not a globe. So there's not like a globe proof and a flat earth proof. If there was one flat earth proof, that means it's not a globe. You don't need more than one. Just one is all you need. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Now there's many, but you only need one.
Yes, sir. I
Thank you.
couldn't agree more.
Talk to you later. I'll be listening later.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, right.
Not later, Bri. That's unacceptable.
He's already gone.
Guess he didn't accept it.
He didn't accept it. You didn't accept it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have to go anywhere.
What's
Nathan
next
said
week?
about 10 minutes ago that we could begin. So
He came late to the party.
Probably assumed we were going to ramble on about Machu Picchu for a bit.
he didn't know Machu. He didn't know Machu Picchu was going to be a subject of discussion. I didn't even know it.
Even did I, or did I find out his Shadow of the Condor picture?
Shadow of the Condor. It's a nice title for a movie.
It's a mountain chicken.
Fish and chicken. So can we have Brian and Adam doing that other argument that they did? I think was also about the moon.
What you broke up there, Betty? Do what other argument?
The moon, where they have these moon dials, what the sun dials, moon dials. That argument, I like that one.
Are you talking about Bad Moon Shadow?
Yes.
You
I
want
want
him
them
to
to
do
do
it?
that next week.
You want him to do it again? Do you like that one?
Yeah, but then on QE Live. I think you guys did it on BALLBUSTERS, wasn't it?
I think so.
And I think guys need to do that on QE Live.
Oh, I never thought about that, Betty. Huh. Well,
Are you saying encore, Betty? Encore.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Not
asking for?
not now, but next week.
No, not now.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that argument because many people say that the sundial is all that, and that's why the Earth is round. But it still works also with the moon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that argument. I want to hear it again.
Well, there you go. You should have brought it up before the unacceptable accepted his leavature.
Or he went to Tesco's.
Well, I think that Adam can get back with Adam too.
Adam can get back with Adam.
Get back to Adam now with Brian. Sorry, to get this again done, right? I can use my angry face moon again.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good darn idea, Betty.
I knew I'd seen it before.
Huh? What is he rambling?
I knew that's where I'd seen that icon before. You used on the sun. I was thanking Betty earlier for the thumbnail QE.
Oh,
I quite liked it.
Heck yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah, really like it.
Me
like it.
likey.
Yeah, but I liked making it. And I find it, because you had these nice presentable slides for QE to show. And so I was looking for a sort of a setup on the moon, the earth, and it sort of took me a little bit of a puzzling, and I think I aced it.
I think I aced this.
I even liked it. I showed it to my mom and dad when I was there at that Saturday. I said, "This is what I made."
Yeah, I'm looking for the Bad Moon Shadow. I can't find it. Where did I put that darn thing? Is that a
I
special?
like the doughy eyes, QA.
I'm not talking about the last one. I'm talking about the Bad Moon Shadow one.
The Divergent Droid has the link to it in the YouTube chat.
Oh, I got them both. I got them both. I'm sorry. Yeah, I missed it. So you got this one.
Huh.
Oops, I didn't hit it right. 1 second.
You got good personnel, Kiwi. You have to say
Hold on. Say again?
that you have good personnel. Now you have Divergent Droid picking up all these links.
Oh,
to
we've recognized Divergent Droid in the past.
Yeah, but I think it still needs to be recognized right now. And we have a new contender with Superchat.
That's not. Do it again.
Superchats.
Okay, that's not bad.
She can take it.
Okay.
I'm not. I kind of like when because I think you can read better the English than I can. So just good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Personnel
Yeah, I
to do
don't
that.
That was like the superstar way of doing it.
Yes, you caught on to it.
No, I caught the ending of it. I was doing something.
All right, Betty, this is your first one. It's on YouTube. I'm not sharing this, so you're going to have to wait a couple seconds. So that was your first one. That was right around Christmas because you got Christmas bells up there. This was the Bad Moon Shadow. Right?
Huh. I am not seeing it yet.
You'll see it in a second.
Oh.
And then... What is it? And then the last one.
See, it's that long ago.
Yeah, it was Christmas.
Yeah. So we now almost, well, next Christmas. It's getting close.
Yeah, those are two outstanding performance, Betty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You were here, I'd decorate you myself.
Well, come over.
Nah, I like showers.
And take a plane.
I like showers and deodorant.
Yeah, sure. I got a shower. Maybe I don't want to smell your smell.
Oh, would you stop it?
Yeah, you can smell too down in America.
This is unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, by you. Chicken.
You are the mother clucker. You fish and chicken, mountain chicken choker.
Mountain condor chicken chucker.
It's mountain chickens.
Mountain chickens. I like that one.
I did. That was a good one.
Be careful with the mountain chickens.
All right. So what else we're gonna do for the rest of the day?
Well, I have no idea. Maybe someone else has an argument on flat Earth.
It is.
Hope you're feeling better, Betty. By the way.
Again? Sorry.
Said hope you're feeling better. By the way, from the last time.
You remembered? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's from day to day, but today it's good. So. Yeah.
Betty.
Super chat.
Wait for it.
Super chat.
There you go. You read it.
Retro Bill. I was banking in a plane when a man handed a note to the teller demanding cash. She pressed a button and he fell through a hole in the floor.
What kind of airliner was that? Because I'm not taking that one.
I don't think Adam would like that one.
Hmm.
Thanks a lot, Retro Bill. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Do we gotta smell first? Do we gotta do super chat? Or just super chat?
Well, it depends.
Either one. It works either way. That's the beauty of it.
I like it. I like it.
I
a
don't
lot.
recall. I don't recall it. I gotta go back and watch some of them. I don't recall her doing like that and then saying super stuff with the big sniff.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's what she did. I think she explained why she smelled her fingers. When I get nervous, I put my fingers underneath my armpits.
Where do you put your fingers when you're nervous?
I don't. That's what Mary.
Keep them over the covers, right?
That's
on the
what
covers.
Mary Catherine Gallagher did that, not me.
In European, I put mine under my armpits.
Oh, it would just knock you guys out. You'd be done.
Well, he's harvesting the broccoli, Kiwi.
Yeah, Betty never liked that one.
No, never.
It'd be easier sprouting broccoli out of your armpits. No, she wasn't a big fan of that one because I think it was too much of a visual for her.
Yeah, and now I don't like broccoli no more. Stinks.
I'm going to have broccoli tonight. Broccoli is on the menu.
From your armpit?
Negative.
Where do you get it from someone else's armpits then?
That's pretty. You started snickering before you or while you were saying that.
that did give it away. Huh?
Yeah, it did. I could hear the smile.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad. You lost it.
Lost the plot.
Now, I was saying that it is so beautiful here. This past week is just absolutely gorgeous. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I'm not looking up the temperature in Celsius. Just deal with it. It's 4 degrees below room temperature. Sun shining, nice little breeze. It is a perfect shooting day. But I'm here sacrificing.
Oh, poor baby.
20 degrees. So
It's
that
what?
is a beautiful day. That's a beautiful English summer's day. To me, that 20 degrees, not too hot, not too cold.
Oh, come on, a little warmer, like 23, 22, 23, please.
What's 22 or 23?
Always want a bit more, women,
I'm
don't
not
they?
going to look that up in Fahrenheit, please. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead, Adam. Say it again.
They always want a bit more, women.
A little
73.4
bit more.
is what Betty wants.
Outside, I liked it a little bit more, yeah. Because you can have winds and stuff.
Chicken have wings?
Yeah, winds.
Oh, I thought you said chickens have wings. Oh, of course
Oh,
they
my
do.
God. Yeah, but they don't fly well.
If you've eaten a lot of broccoli, you might.
Oh, you and your broccoli, man. Ugh.
I don't like broccoli.
You don't?
No. Don't mind that, like, dinosaur broccoli you get.
What the hell is that?
Triceratops broccoli.
Triceratops.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Post a pic.
I'm going to look for it. I'm going to type in dinosaur broccoli.
All right.
And don't nobody talk to me about whether dinosaurs are real. There you go. Dinosaur broccoli, you see, it comes up. There you go. What's it called? Right, Romanesco. There you go. Romanesco. I'll send you a link in chat because I bet.
In Discord or in Skype?
Well, I have to send it in Skype because I bet I'm not empowered still.
You're not empowered?
Oh.
Well, no, because since you don't run the server anymore, Betty, standards have slipped.
I think
Let's try.
Also,
Let's try.
Coop.
Oh, no. Maybe previous pleas have been heard. There you go. Romanesco QE in BALLBUSTERS text chat.
It's not there.
Well, it's just gone now. Oh no, let me press enter. Enter. There it is.
Oh, another small. Oh, okay. Boy, that's better. All right.
It has the golden ratio thingy, Fibonacci
Yeah.
going on. Huh?
That's quite nice.
That's beautiful.
Kind of a mix between broccoli and cauliflower.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I've got. Right, I was talking to Mr. Singh, right, one of my patients. We was chatting about cauliflower today. You see, I don't just do this here.
That's weird.
He was on about. He says, "I'm desperate to get hold of some cauliflower stems and stalks. All we ever get is, a couple of leaves around the whiteness, don't you?" He reckons he's got a proper Indian recipe that is just gorgeous. So I've got to get hold of some cauliflower stems, and he's going to make it for me. So when I do, I'll report back.
We also have heard of the red cauliflower.
Red cauliflower. Wait a second.
We went over that. We were looking over those. Remember
Wait a second. Let's get back to what was that? What was that called? Romanesco? Is that what you call? I don't think I ever had that.
Like I say, it's like mix between cauliflower and broccoli, but it looks like triceratops horn.
I seen the picture. I posted the picture on YouTube. Everyone's seen it. I don't think I ever ate that. What's it taste like?
Like cauliflower and broccoli.
Like cauliflower and broccoli?
Yeah, imagine the flavors of cauliflower and broccoli merged into a kind of Romanesque fusion.
That's interesting. I'm getting hungry. Betty, take over.
No.
Yeah, just take over. Just give me a minute. I'm going to grab some pineapple.
Of course he is. Unbelievable. Never show him food again, Adam, because he runs off.
I've got to go. I need a snack. Oh.
In the middle of his show, right? He just walks off, goes and gets some food. Talk amongst yourselves. So, Adam, would you ever be a vegetarian?
Happily.
Huh?
I'm semi-vegetarian anyway. I don't really have to. I'm not like traditional English. You have to have meat and 2 veg. So it depends on the meal. But I was talking about Indian food there. I don't like chicken or lamb in any of my. If I ever have whatever dish it is, I'm not a big fan of having like hunks of meat in sauce. So I much prefer like cheese, paneers. You know what I mean? But I still don't mind a bit of tandoori chicken or a lamb chop. But it's not like a necessity. I quite happily eat vegetarian food.
Okay. Well, but never to ever eat meat again.
Didn't say that.
No, just
well, what's the benefit? If I don't eat meat ever again, what's the upside? That's an easy giveaway for me. What do I get?
What is it?
It's an easy. It wouldn't if you said to me you can never eat meat again. I wouldn't be like devastated. There's plenty of food that's tasty. I still like. I don't eat lots of beef, but if I have beef, I like a nice steak. You know, like we were saying, I like to do it nice and have a really nice piece of meat.
There goes your haggis in Christmas time.
Very different. There's very little real animal in there, as far as I can tell. A couple of the entrails that had been missing. They were only going in the bin anyway. Environmentally friendly haggis.
Well, at least you eat everything of the beast, huh?
That's what I mean. So it's not.
But I mean, they sort of go to that place where they want us all to just be vegetarians, I suppose, because there is sort of an agreement that in the couple of largest cities they want to have a dairy-free and meat-free cities.
Thing kind of be a porn Fake news articles on that, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. So you wouldn't have any problems. You might just eat the bugs.
There's another step, isn't there?
I thought I
When did insects become vegetables?
no meat.
That's not meat either, is it?
No, it's meaty. It's animal.
It's not. It's nutty at best.
Yeah, but it's animals, right? It's still an animal.
Not.
It's alive. It has it moves like not like a plant.
Bananas move.
How?
Bananas walk.
Bananas walk?
What's they do?
Huh?
Banana plants, right? The things that bananas grow on. Yeah, they walk, they move. They don't stay in the same place.
Oh, come on. Do you live in Narnia?
I'm not saying they're like triffids. I'm not saying they're like triffids.
No,
Slowly
Triffids.
they move.
I like that movie. Oh, the series Triffids. Yes.
Yeah.
Where is that at? I want to see that again. Was it a British series?
Yeah, who wrote Triffids? That was
It
like
was a
when we were
book.
kids.
I know it was a book. Or I read the book too.
John Wyndham was it? Let me look it up.
I like those Triffids. The walking plants.
Sure
But
it
you say that a banana
on,
plant
David.
moves?
Bananas move. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. You have seen them move.
No, you don't see them move. Like I said, they're not Triffids. John Wyndham is the Triffids. I thought it was. Right, let me look up. Do banana. How do you turn a banana into a pineapple?
Huh? Is that even possible?
Take the B off.
Banana. Bananas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only in England that it's not ananas, yeah? Or any derivation of that. It's called...
We call it ananas.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's only in England it's called a pineapple. It's only in English.
That's
Strangely.
Yeah. Oh,
There you go. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Banana plant. First of all, you might want to show off to all your friends that bananas are actually a berry and not a fruit. I don't know why it's not. Okay. Second of all, banana trees can actually walk up to 40 centimeters during their life.
Huh?
There you go.
Okay. Any direction where they go to?
Well, where would you go if you were a banana plant?
I have no idea. I'm not a banana plant. Maybe to the
I'd head
banana
into
bar.
more sunlight.
To the bar.
It's a banana bar. Then if it was, I'd go.
But they don't know direction. No?
It'd be instinct, wouldn't it? As a banana plant, you'd know where the banana bar was.
You would think so, yes.
Like birds know where to travel, don't they? Bananas would know.
So why did the banana cross the street?
Get to the bar!
Did you hear that all?
I did not. I just caught the tail end.
He told me that banana plants move 40 centimeters a year.
In their lifetime.
The tree?
They're not that bad.
Yeah, the tree, yeah. The plant.
Yeah, but not the banana itself.
No, but the plant. Isn't
Well,
that
the
crazy?
bananas move thousands of miles.
Yes, of course.
Of course, yeah, when they put them into cargo and ship them places. They're not moving of their own volition.
You don't know they're unwilling?
You don't. I do know that they are unwilling.
Oh, take me.
What the hell? What do you mean banana trees move?
I just stated that. Read it again, Adam.
ICS tree services. Do trees walk? Yes, they do. Right? Banana trees can actually walk up to 40 centimeters during their life.
Or during their life. Is it that called plate tectonics, maybe?
Yeah, that's some nonsense, man. I'm gonna have to need. I'm gonna need evidence of that shit.
Divergent Droid.
Plants and bananas.
Sorry.
Go on, Flatsy.
I was just saying, Divergent Droid kind of expounded on it. It said that it's due to cultivation, or the way that they're cultivated, rather than being a natural phenomenon.
We're hoping the disabled as farmers then.
I don't think that's not an answer.
Whether cultivation makes them walk or whether they naturally just walk, do banana plants walk? Yes. Move.
The hell does cultivation have to do with them walking?
Right?
Well, they are
up to 40
civilized.
centimeters in their life.
I'm not gonna lie, this is news to me.
Yeah, me too. I think it's evolution, John.
What's
Plants
that?
starting to walk. Plants starting to walk. They're morphing into something else.
Made the disclaimer it wasn't Triffids, QE, right?
This is going off the deep end.
Really?
You shouldn't go for fruit. Or went bananas after you left.
Yeah.
Did you get some banana, by the way?
I didn't. I've been kind of weaning myself off bananas.
Oh, but it's good for the. What is it? We call it kalium.
Potassium.
Or some vitamins, some nutrients.
Yeah,
What is it?
potassium. If you'd stop your lips from flapping, then you'd understand what it is.
I'm having no flapping lips.
I said potassium.
Yes, I heard that.
What do you call it?
Kalium.
Calcium?
Yes.
Is that the same thing, Adam?
Chemical symbol is K.
I hope so.
That Adam, you've been summoned. Is that the same thing as potassium, calcium?
What's the chemical symbol for potassium?
No.
K.
Well, there you go.
I never went into deep research why it was K. I just said, okay, it's a convention. I'll go along with it.
Well, you're thinking P's gone well early on, hasn't it? So
Yeah, P was already used.
I think that's why, as far as I know. It's just the Latin.
Interesting. It also has a lot of B6, but once you freeze the bananas, it destroys it.
Well, maybe that's good because B6 builds up and gives you neuropathy.
What the hell are you on about now?
B6 builds up and then it is bad for your veins.
That's
or your,
nonsense.
Nerve transmission.
venues, your nerves.
That's nonsense.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
not. Because my aunt has polyneuropathy and she had too much buildup of B6.
From what?
To her. B6.
From what? Was she eating too many bananas?
She was intaking a lot of like extra multivitamins.
Yeah, but that's water soluble vitamin right there.
It doesn't matter. She took too many vitamins, they said, and now she has nerve damage.
Yeah,
in
she
her
would
legs.
have to take a ton of that.
Yeah, well,
Maybe she
apparently
did. Okay.
Well, on a lighter note, my son is taking up saying net wet from listening to you say it a bunch. You don't even know how many times like my son will be like, no swearing now.
Yeah,
Every
I was
time
just thinking about that. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that one.
he does it all the time now, just because he hears you guys do it, and of course me do it here and there. You know, he heard you the other night say, "Yeah, net wet." He's been saying it exactly like that too.
Yeah, net wet.
Oh, that's bad. How
Yeah.
old is your son?
Yeah. But Betty, he could have chosen many more words to pick from.
Yeah, like knuckle dragger.
Well, yeah, he's 4, and he knows better than to say the bad things.
Oh.
But he does enjoy saying "netwet" now. He
You have,
just did it.
you have the next QE on your hands now.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Freaking funny.
What would be so bad about that?
Well, the cursing and the calling the names and stuff.
Have you met you?
Apparently not.
That's just superficial look. Take a deeper look for. Oh, I forgot. You can't because women can't take a deeper look.
No, you got no depth, John. That's the
I've
reason
got
why.
plenty of depth and substance.
Shots fired.
Oh, I thought you were going to bring that topic up to Betty. Remember I brought that topic up? Flatsy? Remember you said, oh, I'm telling Betty.
I've already forgotten. Mom brain.
It was the pretentious argument.
You're going to have to help me out. Guide me through this one.
What would it be like if on that day in 2016, May 15th, that I just didn't show up for the forum? And not that I wouldn't have gotten here by now, but let's just say that I just stayed with the EvoTards, destroying them.
Mm-hmm.
You remember now?
Yep, I sure do. I told her I was gonna. I told you I was gonna tell her. That's right, because of gonna add that to the ticks of the what is it, NDS or whatever?
NDS. NPD.
What's going on? Is this some sliding doors moment or something?
I don't know what that means. But I was waxing philosophical one day.
What if this didn't happen? What would life be like?
Yeah, I was
sliding
waxing philosophical, and it damn sure sounded really pretentious.
An idea.
Why are you rumpusing me?
Oh, because wasn't that the question that you were going to ask me? What would have happened if you weren't came on the scene?
Yeah, I was prefacing it.
We would still be having fun talking about flat Earth.
Foods. Yeah,
No, flat Earth.
No, but seriously,
seriously.
I prefaced it by saying this sounds overly pretentious, but just indulge me for a second. Because I was, like I said, I was waxing philosophical that day, and I said, wonder what it would have been like.
No, like I said,
I'm thinking I'd be sat here now on Betty Van Velsen Live. And it's a similar sort of thing.
Betty Van Velsen Live.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Van Velsen Busters.
Van Velsen Busters.
Yeah. There'd just be no QE. And that void, that is your two's intimate meeting that moves forwards into flat Earth. Your two's kind of collision. So if that doesn't happen and you stay as some kind of EvoTard destroyer, then Betty's going to carry it forward. So
no, I wouldn't have come up with the arguments, to be honest.
No, and I dispatched the arguments. I said, okay, let's put another conditional in there that none of the arguments, Black Swan or any of the other arguments, number of ones we did here, besides those, just with science. The science part.
No.
I'm not on about the arguments, Betty. I'm on about the formatting and as you move forwards. Now, the arguments is probably clearly defined. Either Arwin or Brian will have a claim to them. So the arguments will sort themselves out. They'll come forth whatever because they're inherent truths. But you would be the queen of flat Earth now, having spent time supporting Nathan.
Would be the queen.
Being attacked, be dealing with ether and all that nonsense.
Nobody would.
You would. You'd have to because you'd
No,
be
I
there
wouldn't
now.
deal with ether.
You'd be there as the arbiter of truth.
Hold on now. I did say I charged QE with being the reason why there are ether earthers.
Yeah, they couldn't go any other way. They needed to go up in the ether.
Because he didn't kill Witsit when he was young.
Jeez.
Jesus,
It's like the
Adam.
baby Hitler argument, Flatsy. You can't use that. That's not fair against QE.
Well, I only say it because the thing, like the information that was given to Witsit, is now being used for the ether argument instead of what it was meant to be used for.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the baby Hitler argument.
The baby Hitler argument.
Would you kill him? There he is in his crib, knowing what he's going to do. Right? Do you kill him or not? What could QE do? He'd only educate the lad. Not his fault he made a monster. It is his fault, isn't it, Flatsy? It really is.
I take that back.
Yeah, QE is good at making monsters. You know, I always said to QE that, and also when he started to come on Nathan, I said, this is the end of Flat Earth debate. He is the showstopper, right? Basically. That's what I said. And if QE wasn't around, we will still be having debates over every freaking thing, and it would be maybe we would have a divisive line where the ball is on one side and the flat earthers are on the other. I think that we would still maybe be together in combat.
You'd still be together, but I'm talking about the science part. Just the science part, not the arguments. Let's say I didn't come around. I didn't enforce the science part of it. What the hell would be going on right now?
Well, I have to say that I heard a show of Mark Sargent from a long time ago. He sort of put something forth on his channel, and he talked about the scientific method as well.
Oh, so really?
Yeah, before, and I looked at the date. It was like 2014, 15, something in that region, and you weren't on the scene yet. So he talked about that.
Well, that talked about. Well, we're going to have to get a little bit more specific there.
I know, I understand, but still, he mentioned the scientific.
Oh, he mentioned. He said, "Well, the scientific method," and that was that doesn't cover.
He made that comment in context. I know that for certain.
Yeah.
Well, you can't tell me to just state verbatim that what he talked about in a show that I saw like months ago.
Well, why'd you bring it up? Then let's hear it. We need to go back.
I know that he said it, and he said it in context. So he brought it up. So now why get all defensive? You asked, I gave.
That's weak.
Oh, God.
That Mark Sargent wasn't out here correcting ballers with misuse of the scientific method, for God's sake.
I don't say that he was correcting them. I said that he mentioned it.
So he just mentioned it.
In context.
Why, Betty? Why do you do that?
That he didn't debate that much, and he wasn't onto that. He was more on the superficial, or well, basically normal flat Earth proofs.
Normal?
There you've put me in a spot.
Normal?
Haven't you? Because basically, you've attacked the thing that QE. I was there. I met Mark. I was there in the day. God, don't rumpus me.
I am not attacking anybody.
But you've put me in a spot where I can either shut up and deny what's just been said, or have to blow a bit of smoke up his arse.
Oh, are we doing that now?
Well, you've done it because of all the things to accuse him of, it's something I've got to directly say no. It is him that did that, yeah, and has driven that, which is the use of the science. I was a air quotes scientist back then, yeah. Nobody was driving the use of the scientific method, yeah. He early on was correcting me, was correcting John D, and reminding us of the scientific method. Right? That's what happens now. He's reminding us all of what we learnt when we were kids. I can't take that. There isn't any one. We discussed all the claims, who did what, etc. But you're talking about who's driven that. Were there any anybody's mentioned it in the past or not, there's one person that's driven it and sought out people like me, like Dr. John D, right? You know what I mean? Reinforce that message, yeah, and remind us of what the scientific method is.
So your point is?
I disagree with you.
Thanks. Jeez.
Only on that point.
I don't
mean, other
understand why
way,
you
in
want to
every other way,
disagree.
he's a very bad man. I agree. But
Who is a bad man?
But in every
Kidding?
other way.
Who is it? Well, I don't get you, Adam. Is it me or does anybody else get him?
Yeah, we're getting it. You're doing a superficial. Oh, somebody did mention it. I'm not saying that.
Oh God!
I'm not saying that.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
You
who
said
took?
something that
Holy
if
shit.
you weren't there, right, what would happen? Well, I know that somebody mentioned the scientific method before you came to the
I'm
scene.
not talking about mentioning the scientific method. That's
Yeah, that's
superficial
what
nonsense.
I'm saying. So I think that eventually we would have got on and somebody else would got.
Who would have got on to what? Like what a hypothesis is? The type
Yes.
of variables? Yeah, that's baloney.
No, yeah, okay, well, then why you ask if you're so certain for
It's
yourself?
friggin'. That's why I asked, because I am certain of it. That's baloney.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, then don't ask.
Yeah, then
Just
somebody
be so
that
sure,
held
so
them, somebody that held them to account on every single occasion.
I don't. That's not what you asked.
That's what I'm talking about, and taught on the subject over and over and over again in quite some detail.
Yeah.
why and how? Because you were
How
teaching
can
the
you
Evo
stick
talk.
more feathers up in your ass?
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking
I
a
am
question.
saying that. Don't you hear me?
I hear you. It's stupid, but I'm
Yeah.
hearing you.
Yeah, good. You're acting stupid.
I am not acting stupid.
Yes, you are. You fishing chicken, you.
You mother clucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to get away with, oh well, somebody did mention it before you were.
Oh,
who cares?
God.
I'm
I'm
sure.
gonna slap you one or two.
My word.
You know when your mum and dad argue, you want to just creep out the room. Oh,
Yeah, very good analogy for right now.
Silly. Your point's
for
silly.
him,
It has
right?
nothing
Because
to
there's
do.
one with the diagnosis here.
It's silly point. It has nothing to do with what I was talking about. It's just a superficial add-on.
Okay, well, let me then shut up.
You don't have to shut up, but come up with some
I
more.
am shutting up.
Come up with some damn cowbell.
I
least.
have, and you dismissed it.
Yeah, that's nothing. Oh, somebody did mention the scientific method. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Boy, that would have dealt
One
a death.
of the first
That would
on
have
the
dealt a
scene.
death blow to the friggin'
It
BallTARD.
doesn't matter. He brought it in context. So he brought some science to the table.
He brought
if
it.
you want to deny
That's your
it.
shining example. Well, he
Yeah.
brought it in context. What the hell does that even mean?
Just what I say.
What context? What scientific method context?
You know that I can't just bring it up now. I haven't seen that video for a long time.
Wouldn't matter anyway. He wasn't pushing that
No,
stuff.
because you want to hear what you want to hear.
I want to hear what I want to hear. I want to hear him discuss what a hypothesis was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, he was.
No, okay. So he did. Let's see it. You don't have to do it now, but for the next show, I want you to have it.
I have no accountability to you.
Oh, so you take away reason and accountability.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes, we knew that.
Yeah, I know that you know.
So you're missing the point.
No, it's you that missed.
Because it was the ballers, you know, back in the day, it was science this and science that, and the body of science, and science proves this, and then science. Well, all of a sudden, it turned out that science didn't prove anything. But they were hammering flat earthers with that on every occasion. That's what I remember.
No, I remember that they hammered us by us not having a model.
No, science.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Science.
Yes.
Whole body.
I was
science.
in a debate with Red Rhetoric, and he was hammering at me about the whole science.
Well, that was the model nonsense has been going on for years.
Yeah, the model.
The model. Yeah, but that wasn't the only one. It was frigging. They were handing you your asses.
Anyway,
what?
The whole body of science. Yeah, this used to be a rebuttal. Whole body of science proves the globe.
Yep.
Yeah, and there were lots of flat earthers, myself. That actually, how do you address that? And it's not until you're reminded of what science is that you understand the ridiculum of that statement, how obnoxious and nonsensical it is. Yeah, and there's only one person responsible for that. You sought me out, yeah, in the early days to slap me, yeah, with that knowledge. You actually went out of your way to engage with me and say, oi, yeah? And that's where our friendship began. Yeah, but that's where our friendship began, yeah? But why? Not because I was trying to get to know... He's realised I'm a bit of well, I'm a pharmacist, I'm qualified, I know what I'm talking about when he sees me talking about isomerism.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Thinks, I can use this motherfucker. Yeah? This guy, yeah? But actually, I'm going to have to remind him of what the scientific method is, which is exactly what happened.
That's not my point.
What was your point? And I'm lost
no,
now.
it was not my point. My point, my goodness gracious. My point was that I answered the question, what would we have done science-wise without QE? And I just said, and I did not make any other claims about QE or his knowledge or whatever. I said the scientific method was used in context before QE came to the scene. So it's not that he came up with that argument of the scientific method back then.
What?
But he might have explained it better, and he might have used it better in arguments, and he was a better debater at that time. By the way, Mark Sargent was not a good debater.
Well, there's the difference.
I didn't claim anything else.
I wouldn't argue that other people voted it, etc., etc. They might have used it in context very well, but no one's bothered to push that agenda in terms of the realization of what the scientific method is and how
but still that
powerful it is for us. That's
still not what I talked about.
That's why I objected to just
that. I understand, but it's
not. It was a little bit of
point.
praise worthy. There is all I was.
It seems that you guys are all like worked up over nothing. Well, I just said the scientific method was already on the table.
No, it was on just because somebody.
No, that's the difference.
Just because somebody mentioned it.
Yeah,
because somebody mentioned it. Yes. So what would have happened is eventually we would got there.
Oh, what do you mean? You're talking about the scientific method
for false accreditation. So what Mark Sargent would have done is said the scientific method, blah, blah, and lots of ballers did. They'd used that word science for false accreditation. Whether there was science there or not was kind of not the point. Whether it was true or false, if it had science, the thing you were talking about, isn't the point. It's the point that actually recognition of what the scientific method was, yeah, and how it should be used to appraise the shit that we're being fed, yeah, and to take away.
I just said.
And let me just finish. And to take away what the ballers were using science.
Stop rumpusing them.
Okay, I'm shutting up. I'm going.
You don't have to go. Let them finish and then jump on them.
And it's not a... bet he's muted. Stop flat bloke. I didn't want to blow smoke. But I do think there's a point where actually there is... Like when I argued against you with regards to the sextant, because that's what I see effort and pursuing a point is the thing that's important. And that's why I give it to 10th. But in terms of scientific method, yeah, you were like incessant on it. You infected Nathan with it to the point that it was Nathan that challenged Dr. John D. You know what I mean? That's your drive that was putting that in everyone, and it's that realization. Nathan's easier. You've installed a message, but it was realization in me and John D that, oh shit, I forgot that. And that to me deserves merit. Yeah?
Yep. I'm not looking for any credit.
Not
I just wanted
in
to...
the first place.
Holy shit!
Of like, oh, you deserve merit. But if it's said against you, then no, I don't think that's fair. I think recognition of what's gone off over these few years in our little niche is significant.
What?
And it's one of the best fucking tools we've got, you know? It's a linchpin, yeah, that they had before. And that's the important thing. Science is ours now. I said earlier, we've got the whole body of science, the Rumpus used to say. They don't say that now. What did they turn to? Science doesn't prove anything. That's what they've gone to.
Yeah, did they call Mark Sargent independent variable Mark?
Did they call it Mark Sargent's scientific method? No. And that'd be the point I make. Just credit where it's due. Not too much.
Not too much. I wasn't looking for the credit anyway. I was just...
Oh, I wasn't. I can't if I hear that.
Yeah, would you let me finish, for fuck's sake? I wasn't looking for any credit. I was just trying to think hypothetically, what would it look like out here if I didn't snub those guys on science and the scientific method as much as I did immediately? So what would it be like? What would you guys gotten overrun with the science or no?
It'd be slower, wouldn't it? It'd be slower. This is the only thing. If you think about stuff without Mark Sargent, without Eric DeBay, where would we be? We'd all be getting there, but it'd be slower, wouldn't it? Or there'd be different people that were promoted. Yeah. Well, whether we're still going to come to the same conclusion, have we got the same tools? No. There might be better tools. They might have discovered ether along the way. You know, there's all sorts of what ifs. My auntie had bollocks. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter about that. The only thing I would... None of this is down to one individual, but within community, if you've been there and shit's happened, can't deny what any one individual has done. No, you shouldn't. I think if humanity'd get there somehow.
You guys are taking this out of context. But
no, I was addressing Betty's probably fears that I'm over elaborating what you say. Yeah, shit happens. If Hitler wasn't Hitler, some other cunt with a cheeky moustache would have done the things. Yeah, things will happen because they're going to. You know what I mean? Things are obvious. If it wasn't caveman Ugg, right, that learned that if you add heat to water it boils, right, it would have been caveman Duguddigger that would have learned it. You get me?
Yeah, but that's in particular arguments. I mean, y'all would have got there with the arguments eventually. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about...
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about just the science part. That's it.
Yeah, that even with that one particular point, of course, people would have got there. Would they have got there that quick? No, because most people hadn't, and this goes back to what you was describing, most people hadn't spent ages in an evolution forum, arguing science, getting to the point of that definition, being crafted by God, then come in with that useful information that he'd spent in a completely different field, disseminate it, and be so powerful. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the way God works. The shit happens. We're all here for reasons. And if it wasn't you...
Yep.
But it was you. And that's my point. It was you. Don't deny what the effort you've put in.
I'm not... That's not rude. What I was... Look, that's not what I was going for here. You guys still ain't getting it. That's all right. That's all right. Go on then. I already went on about 5 times about it.
Well, you tell me. No, what you've not done is said what you think it would be like. No QA, what would it be like?
I asked it rhetorically, and just in the science and the scientific method and natural science, just in that framework, the boundaries are in there. Not with anything else, just with science. Because they were handing flat earthers their asses when I arrived. And I didn't hear anyone doing anything about it. Zero. That's what I remember. Yeah.
Well, I was pretty late to the game. All of you guys were already pretty established when I arrived. I didn't learn it from you, but I learned a lot from you.
I'm not talking about that one either. That's.
I know. I'm just going ahead and putting my little 2 cents in there.
You can have your 2 cents. That's fine. I didn't want to be a divisive or derisive subject. I was just thinking out loud one day. Remember, I was waxing philosophical because I was bored or something.
Yeah, because it was pretty quiet in the politics server. Yeah, and I think that we wouldn't have a good. We would still be called science deniers. But oh well.
That's why I said the only conclusion I could come to is it would be slower. Because you're like a fucking steam train. And that's how it was. You know what I mean? Would we get there eventually? Yes. But would there be somebody that was already pre-schooled to deliver the message that was really relevant for the anti-flat earthers rhetoric, the shit that was used against us? I say that's a blessing, isn't it? Saying you are, QE.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Did you get me?
Yeah.
He works in mysterious ways, and
I understand that.
Were
That's
putting
not
all
what I'm
that
talking
effort.
about.
Go on then.
I understand that's
I'm
not what I'm talking about. That's our. We can move on. I'm sorry I haven't brought it
Come
up.
on, because Betty's fucked off. We've upset her now between the pair of us. Come on, we've upset her.
Yeah, it's preposterous.
I blame Flatsy.
There's no credit. There's RH. Give QE credit. I'm not. That's not the point. For God's sake. Oh boy. Well, at least we got a couple things squared away here today. We got, flight. Next week, Betty did have a good idea of doing the Bad Moon Shadow again. I think that would be right in line, Adam. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good one. And we should follow it up with the other moon stuff. The moon's something that's just bothered me. The donks. I can't make head and tail of it. And it's such a beautiful thing because it just messes with the heliocentric model so much. All the proof she gives us. So, I don't know why I call the moon a she. Definitely is a she. But you say the man in the moon, don't you? But anyway, yeah, that'd be cool, I think, because there's a lot of stuff about it that's worth looking at, and a lot of that Bad Moon Shadow claims and just what we covered on Saturday, I think, highlights the mysteriousness of this thing. Only strengthens my belief. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean I can state what it is, because that's the trouble with the moon. I did that moonlight temperature testing. The most empirical way of trying to figure out what was going off back in the early days, and everything I did was a result. Yeah, I'm not saying it was scientific; it was zetetic at best. There was empiricism in it. And the moon just messes with you. So that's the best I can say about the moon. So yeah, if we can describe stuff and show how it really does absolutely destroy the claims of the heliocentric model. Bad Moon Shadow is a good one to start with.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to go over that again. I thought it was really good. I really didn't hear anything back on it from any of the BallTARDs. It was absolutely nothing.
Silence.
Yep, it was silence. There was nothing
Not
there.
even Roofy.
Say again?
Oh. Not even Roofy with the snarky comment. Silence, absolute.
Yeah, that's says it all to me. So yes, it was a great idea. I think we should do it again. And that'll be next Tuesday. No BALLBUSTERS this Saturday. That's cleaning the garage this Saturday. It's gonna take all day too, boy. Take us home, Adam.
What have we learned tonight? And this is... Oh, no, let me do the Nathan. First of all, I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, teachers at school, and lots of other people that helped me on this journey, but particularly the panel and those listeners out there and super chatters. That bit. What have we learned? There's lots of ways you can use flight to destroy a baller. Yeah, and flight is a great one, because whichever the way you pick, fundamentally, everybody's been on an aeroplane. Unless you're from like Burkina Faso or somewhere, you know, somewhere obscure. But in most cases, people you're going to be discussing this have been on a plane. They've experienced it, yeah, and they understand the principles. It's a great base level thing to talk at, and a great ball destroyer. Other than that, I can highly recommend Triceratops cauliflower with broccoli. Other than that, I look forward to next week. The moon chats are always nice, and Betty, I love you. So yeah, thanks, QE.
The idea of celestial navigation on a globe, which I understand you disagree with, doesn't use right triangles.
What the hell did you just say?
The idea of celestial navigation on a globe, which I understand you disagree with, doesn't use right triangles.
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
Okay, so you also mentioned celestial navigation. Do you know what an elevation angle is?
Yeah, it's how high above 90 degrees a star appears, like the angular elevation.
So 90 degrees would be the zenith, and 90 along a baseline to your position, correct?
Yeah.
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
90 degree from that position on the Earth to the star is straight up. That's 90 degrees, yes. The idea of celestial navigation on a globe doesn't use right triangles. The position directly under the star is 90 degrees.
Retard!
From second grade doofus, well, duh. A right-angled triangle is a triangle with one of the angles as 90 degrees.
90 degrees, that's 90 degrees, yes. 90 degrees doesn't use right triangles. 90 degrees, that's 90 degrees.
Thank you.
The baseline we will be travelling along and are navigating is functionally and mathematically flat, isn't it, Matthew?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
Earth, that would be the Earth. That would be the Earth that we will be navigating is flat, isn't it, Matthew?
Yeah, we're navigating on the Earth, and functionally it's flat, and we navigate along a flat map, of course.
Welcome to Flat Earth, Matthew. That's correct. From a university-grade mathematician for all of you ladies and gentlemen, that will be trimmed out and posted everywhere. That's a university-grade mathematician telling you, the audience, that Earth is functionally measured and navigated flat. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Of course, that's why all maps are flat.